Hi everyone, good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Even though it's cold, the sun is shining, so it is all good. Okay, in this video, I am going to be doing a review of the Arteza 120 Expert Watercolor Pencils. These were really generously sent to me by Arteza for review. If you are new to the channel, I am an Arteza affiliate, and basically that means that if you decide to purchase via my Arteza affiliate links, which you will find in the description of all of my videos, for each sale made, I receive a small kickback, and that is at no additional cost to you. It's a great way for you to be able to support the channel, but as always, it's in no means obligatory that you use those links. They're just there if you wish to do so. Okay, so like I said, Arteza sent me these pencils for review. I have reviewed the set of 120 Expert coloured pencils, so I thought today we would finally get the review done for the watercolour pencils. So they come in this beautiful tin. As you can see, we've got a gorgeous painting here on the front of what looks like a lionfish. It's a lovely deep sturdy tin. It is really solid, really well made, and it has the hinges at the back, which is really nice. The lid stays on, and then on the back of the tin we have a little bit of information here, and then we have a colour chart, which I love. I love it when Arteza does this with their products. It's fantastic. So up here on the back of the tin, it says 120 unique colours, artist quality, 4mm lead, break resistant, blendable, water soluble and acid free. We have Arteza information down here, and then like I said, my lovelies, we have this gorgeous colour chart on the back. So not only do we get an indication of the colour, we also get the colour number and name, which is great, especially when you want to swatch these out and see what the colours look like down on paper. So if we open up the tin, gorgeous. Like I said, the lid has hinges, so that isn't going to go anywhere. And another thing is that we also get a colour chart inside the lid, which is fantastic, so you don't have to keep kind of flipping the tin over to reference back to the colour chart that Arteza gives us. So if I do that, there we go. So the pencils come protected. Let's take this off. Now, this is my first impressions. The only thing I have done is taken the tin out of the plastic cellophane. So these look beautiful. And the difference between these and the regular coloured pencils are that the Arteza watercolour pencils, as you can see, they have a hexagonal barrel. And then also where we have our silver printing here with the brand, and then here on the back, it's got the colour name, colour number and light fast rating. But as you can see, if I hold it up, we've also got a little silver paintbrush here as well, which is yet another indication that this is the watercolour pencils. So the coloured pencils have a round barrel, the water-soluble pencils have a hexagonal barrel with the little silver paintbrush. So these look wonderful. They look lovely. The barrels are nice and sturdy. They're really light to hold. And I love that they've got their colour names, numbers and light fast rating printed on them. with the silver printing, I would say that even though it's lovely and clear, for people with a visual impairment, having the silver printing on lighter barreled pencils like this may be a little bit difficult, but for me it's okay. But it's just to make you aware. So let's grab out some of these trays. Whoops. Okay, so the pencils themselves are sat in these red plastic trays. The trays are quite flimsy, but when they're stored in the tin, as they are at the moment, the tin keeps everything secure and safe. Ooh, look at these. Really, really pretty colours. We've got some beautiful bright sort of coral colours in there as well. That is lovely. So we get 1, 2. Gorgeous. Okay, so we've got some really beautiful turquoises, and this is kind of what I was missing in the 72 set, was some really lovely light colours. This blue, look at this, Periwinkle Blue A068. It's got a 2-star light fast rating, which is, it says great light fastness. So 1 star is excellent light fastness, 2 stars is great light fastness, 3 stars is good, and 4 stars is fair. So the less stars that are on here, the more light fast it is. This blue is gorgeous. I can definitely see me using this colour a lot. We've got some beautiful skin tones here as well. Beautiful, beautiful skin tones. A really nice selection of pale greys as well, which is great. So that's our 3rd tray. And then I think, is this our last? Okay, no, so there's 5 trays all together. So this is our next. Beautiful colours. Again, we've got some really lovely earthy tones here, which would be great for maybe like your landscapes or your, your deeper, richer skin tones. They would be absolutely stunning. Gorgeous, vibrant pinks. And like a purpley colour here. What's that? Orchid purple. And then here in the 5th tray, let me just move those up. So in our 5th tray here, I'll keep these in the bottom of the tin. We have got our deeper sort of charcoal and pewter kind of colour greys here. We've got some metallics by the looks of it. Let's have a look. Is that one? No, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we've got 5 metallic watercolours. We have got Dreamy Blue. Oh, it says here on the lid. Dreamy Blue, Copper, Gold, Silver, and Unicorn Purple. Oh, let's have a look at that one. Look at this. Oh my gosh. What a beautiful colour barrel. That is lovely. It looks kind of like a silver with like a very, very, very light sort of pinky purple colour shift. It may be better. You might be able to see that better there on the lead. Gorgeous. We're going to have to try this one out, aren't we? Okay, so here are our colours. I think they look beautiful. They've really done themselves proud with the blues, the purples, the selection of lighter colours that we've got now compared to the 72 set is fantastic. So what I have done, my lovelies, if I just move those trays there to the side, and we'll move this one over as well. Okay, I have pulled out this colouring book, De Welt unter de Loep Zuland by Rita Berman, and I thought we could test out these watercolour pencils in this book. The paper isn't super thick, but it's a nice quality, and I have used watercolours in here before, and I love this book, so I thought let's use this to test out these beautiful pencils. So this is the page I've chosen, and I'm going to zoom you in. Let's move our little page tag here. Okay, and then I'm going to just grab my cloth that I use when I'm watercolouring or painting. And then I've also got an Arteza water brush that I will be using today. If you would like the link for these as well, please let me know. I purchased these quite a while ago out of my own money. These were not sent to me by Arteza, but I love them. They came in a pack of 6, I believe, 3 round tips and 3 of the square flat chisel tips. Okay, so let's see. I think I'm gonna use kind of like some pinks on these teacups. Let's see. Please excuse my arm reaching over. Okay, so let's try. Okay, let me move that tray over here. You don't want to be looking at my jumper, do you? Okay, right, so I've grabbed 3 pinks. So the colours that I have chosen are peony, flamingo pink and plum purple. So what I'm going to do is just use these colours as I would with any other watercolour pencils. Let's zoom in again a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to put a base layer of my lightest colour. Okay, they're feeling really nice and smooth on this paper, and they're going down really well. The only thing for me is that, and this is just a personal preference thing, the way that they've been sharpened, they have got a flat, I don't know if you can see that, they're flat on the top. Can you see that? I don't know if that's noticeable, but they've been sharpened to a flat point. So as I'm colouring, it's sort of catching that edge, but that's okay, because the more you colour and you turn them as you're putting the colour down, that'll just smooth out that edge. I just feel like with watercolour pencils, you don't always have to put them in a you don't have to have them in a sharp point. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my darkest, which is the plum purple. I'm just going to put this around the edges. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that colour. Okay, that's gorgeous. They feel nice, even just as like coloured pencils. They're lovely. I'm excited to see what we're going to get in a minute when we activate the pigment. Okay. Yeah, they're feeling really nice on this paper. Like I said, the colour's going down smoothly. I'm not having to use much pressure, which is great, especially for those of us with dexterity issues in our hands. It's great when you don't have to put, a lot of pressure on your pencils, because that's the last thing you want, is to aggravate the joints in your hands. So I'm now going in with the medium colour that I picked out, which was flamingo pink. So I'm just using that now to blend the darker colour into the lightest. Okay, and then again, I'm just going to run over the lightest colour, which was the peony pink. I've got glare coming through the screen now, haven't I? Okay, we'll try and figure that out in a second. So let's just run this lightest colour over. And then I just want to darken this a touch more. There we go. I'm just darkening up the area where Rita has put sort of like she's used sort of like pointillism to show where some shading could go, which is a great help. Okay, the sun is behind me, so I'm guessing it is that window. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to pull that curtain over and see if that helps. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's better. Okay, haven't got the sun glaring on the screen then, have we? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is grab my water brush. Just make sure I've got some water going. Okay. I think I might have picked up the one with the thicker tip. That's okay, never mind. Okay, so I'm going to start in the lighter area and I'm working in circles. Can you see that activating? Okay, that's really lovely. Just wipe off my brush so I don't yeah, that's activating really nicely. I remember sort of before I, had to delete everything off the channel, when I previously done a review of the 72 set of Arteza watercolours, I struggled with them. But I'm just wondering if it's the paper, because they are working a dream on this. So I'm really glad I've got the opportunity to try out the biggest set and showcase them to you, and what they can actually do. Can you see that? That is beautiful. That is really lovely. Okay, I'm going to finish up this teacup, I think. Let's do that. So let's do the saucer. So I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to be careful not to put my hand in the pigment that we've just activated. So again, I'm using my lightest colour here, which is the peony pink. And then I'm going to go in with my darkest, which was the plum purple. And over here, we'll make this section darker. Again, this is where we've got the pointillism. So that's kind of like an indication where we can put deeper shading, which is always helpful. We'll put that darker under there as well. Okay, and then let's go in with our mid-tone, which was the flamingo pink. And let's just blend that darkest colour in. So pretty. And then let's use that mid-tone here on the inside. And then do the dark. I'm going to put a hard pressure here. I do want to get quite a lot of pigment out on these areas here. But I am not going to use the different colours to blend that in. I'm going to leave that as it is because I do want that shadow quite dark. And then here on the saucer, I'm just going to run over the lightest colour again, like we did on the teacup, and this is the peony pink. So let's just run that colour over. And there we go. Let's activate this saucer. Whoops. Okay, so again, I'm going to start with activating the lightest colour first, because if I activate the darkest colour first and then pull it over into the lightest, you're then losing that highlight. So when you're activating watercolours, always start with your lightest first and then work into your darkest. So let's do that here. And that pigment is literally, as I'm touching it with this water brush, it is just melting. Let's go down there. And then let's work our way over here. That is so pretty. Wow. These are great. So let's do this inside bit here, the deeper shadow. That's working beautifully, isn't it? Okay, and then let me think. Let's do our handle. So I'm gonna, instead of putting the lightest colour down as a base, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go straight in with the dark and put it here, so that can be like our, you know, our shadow colour. And then we'll use the mid-tone, the top and the bottom. And then the lightest here, which will be our highlight. Okay, so let's do that. And then we're going to use some different colours in a second to make this look like coffee. Beautiful. I'm really, really pleased with how these are working. They're great. Okay, I'll put that pink away in a second. So now I want some lovely, rich, sort of dark coffee brown kind of colours. So I'm going to pull out that one. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. Oh. Didn't see that coming. Oh my word. Okay, so let's see what colours we've got here. Okay, so I've pulled out, let's see here. Okay, I don't want that one, that's it. I've pulled out sienna brown and hazelnut brown. So I'm going to use that to make this our coffee. So I'll put the sienna brown as a base. Beautiful colour. And then the hazelnut brown will be our shadow. And I was pressing harder with the hazelnut brown because I really do want that pigment dark, so you get a feeling of depth. So let's activate the lighter colour first. Gorgeous. And then going into the dark. Okay, that lighter colour isn't as pigmented as I thought, but that's okay. What I'm going to try and do as well is take some of the pigment from the tip and then paint it on and see how that works. So with the hazelnut brown, I'm going to just take some of the pigment off the tip of the pencil like this, and then I'm going to paint it straight on the page. There we go. Look at that. Look how beautiful and rich and deep that looks. Okay, gorgeous. Now let's try it with the sienna brown. Let's try it with the lighter out of those two colours and see what we get. Okay, maybe that I just didn't put it down enough on the page, but that is looking really nice. Really, really, really pretty. Okay, let's try one more colour and then we will call it a day. I really want to try the pale blue. Let's see, and that metallic, that unicorn purple, I think it was. So let's try that one and the periwinkle. And what colour is this? Cream. Okay. Let's do that. So I'm going to use the periwinkle and the cream on this little bumblebee's wings. So I'm just going to use the periwinkle here on the top wing and then blend it out. And again on the other side. And then I'm going to just go in with the cream on that one. Just to blend out the edges. A bit more with the blue, I think. Okay. And then, the unicorn purple. This is supposed to be metallic, so let's see what we get with this. I'm going to use this on the bottom wing, and yeah, we'll see how this comes out. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit because it's quite a small little bumblebee, isn't it? Okay, so let's make sure the brush is clean. Okay, so on the top wing, I'm going to start with the cream first and then blend that into the blue. So I'm just working in little circles and then activating that blue. That is really pretty. That looks gorgeous. And again, do the same on this side. Then if you want to pull that blue up a little bit, you can. Yeah, that's lovely. Okay, let's try the unicorn purple. Let's see if this really is metallic. It's activating beautifully. Okay, and then let's see. It may be a bit difficult because it's still wet. I don't know if it's going to show. It definitely looks like there's kind of like a pearlescent sheen on there, doesn't it? On the purple. So let me zoom you out. There we go. So I think this is looking great. These pencils are working beautifully on this Rita Berman paper, so I would highly, highly recommend them. I've really, really enjoyed trying them out, and like I said earlier, my lovelies, there is such a wider range of softer and paler colours in this 120 set. The opinions that I have given today are my own and are in no way influenced by Arteza. But I do just want to say a great big thank you to Arteza for giving me the opportunity to review these pencils and share them with everyone here on the channel. I really appreciate it, and I am looking forward to completing this page with them. So yeah, guess what I'll be doing this afternoon. So thank you so much, my lovelies, for joining me. I hope you've found this review helpful and that you've had a great time spending about half an hour with me while I try out these watercolour pencils. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!